Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel for another video. Today's video we're going to be using these beautiful butterfly molds. These are coasters that come in a set of 4 with the actual coaster holders, and in these coasters I'm going to be using one of Daniel Cooper's techniques. The technique I'm going to be using is the hairspray technique. So basically, if you're not aware of Daniel is a resin genius. Without him there's no resin world basically. And what he does with the hairspray technique, he actually sprays the hairspray and puts it's like a water droplet effect on the bottom of the molds, but they're only very small. He leaves it to dry and then he puts powders over nail powders and different types of mica powders, etc. It's kind of similar to the water droplet effect by Tea Art. Now, for this, you're going to need a firm to a strong hold hairspray. And when you're spraying it, you need to spray it about 6 inches away from your mold, but you need to squirt it, not spray. So basically the idea of doing that and how to do it is just press a tiny little bit on your onto your I forgot the word of it. On the cap, on the nozzle, on the hairspray nozzle, and you spray it, and so it spits. So when it spits, it's not actually blowing air out, it just spits liquid. So what it'll do is it'll spit the hairspray onto the mold, and it will give a water droplet effect. So on one of these molds, I'm going to be using the laser powder. It is a beautiful powder, and I got this from Temu. It's a glitter, but it's a mica powder glitter, so it spreads nicely. And I'm going to be backing that in black. Now, while I'm talking, I was saying I was going to put it in both of them and back one in black and one in white, but I changed my mind. So basically here, what I'm doing is squirting is going to start. So I'm showing you not to spray it like that. It's basically to put a little bit of pressure on it so it spits out, as I explained earlier. And that's basically all I'm doing here. Is I'm just making sure, I'll go and spray it now, and I just make sure that the whole of the mold is covered in all the wings and the bottom ends of the wings. And then you leave that to dry for about 15 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes. I did time it and it was like 16 minutes. But every hairspray will be different. Some hairsprays may spit out larger droplets of hairspray. So please bear timing in mind. And when it is dry, it'll be matte, not glossy. If it's glossy, it means it's still wet. So here, I'm just going to show you, if you can see it there, the little water droplets. It's so hard to show you because there's so much light in the studio coming from the window, because without that it's just dark, and then I've got my light up on the ceiling, and that's it. And all I'll do is let that dry, and then once it's dried, I'm going to come back and we're going to get putting on the powders. And then I changed my mind. So when I was waiting for this to dry, I decided I was going to change the colour of powder used in one of the other coasters. So I am using this, it's kind of like a baby blue rainbow glitter, and then the laser powder that I showed you from the other part of the video. We're going to back one in Chameleon pigment paste. These are from Temu. So there's a laser paste, a laser powder, and a Chameleon powder. There's quite a few, so I will link them down in the description for you, along with everything used in today's video and discount codes that I may have. And the other one that's got the laser powder, I'm going to be backing that in black using the jet black epoxy pigment paste from Just For You Online. Now to the right hand side, I have 4 ounces of the Apex High Gloss 1-to-1 resin from Just For You Online UK. And at this stage, I was just saying to you, I'm putting on my gloves because I'd had to take my gloves off because they were just full of resin. So I'm just putting on some clean ones. PPE is a must when using resin, because without PPE, you can inhale toxic fumes and also have skin reactions to the resin, which you don't want. I've learnt firsthand not to. So you're going to need a paintbrush or any form of brush, paintbrush, makeup brush, eyeshadow brush, whichever is best for you. And a paintbrush, I'm using a makeup brush because I find that my powders go on better in a larger surface area with a makeup brush. And I'm just filling all the areas needed, and then I'm going to show you if you can see it. I'm not sure if you can see it, but you should be able to see like little marks where the powder hasn't gone. That's where the actual hairspray is. And then from this way, from onwards here, I just get into all the corners and all around the rims of the mold, and make sure that you put all your powders in to make sure that every bit of surface area is covered. See, I told you, when I do voiceovers, I forget what I'm saying. But I've only just recorded this, so I'm remembering what I'm doing. It wasn't that hard. So yeah, I'm just making sure all the surface area of silicone inside the mold is covered. And these powders, this powder is actually lovely. I absolutely love it. I do buy them in small. I got them nail powders from, I think it was Amazon, and you get like maybe a teaspoonful of powder, and I think I used it 3 times and it was gone, and it was like £4, which is about $5.50. It was just expensive, but this was actually the same price as the actual mini powders, so I thought, why not? A 50 gram, I think it's a 50 gram tub, which is fantastic for the price and the amount you get. So here, yeah, I'm just going over the sides just to make sure everything is rubbed in, and then I'm burnishing it in just to make sure that all the excess powder is rubbed in. And also when you burnish powders in, it makes them have more of a mirrored effect. I also forgot to speed up this video, so you're seeing it in real time. I apologize if it's too slow, but I think when you're teaching something or you're showing something from somebody else, I think real time speed is mandatory so that people can pick up step by step of what you're doing. Right, so that's that one done. I'm just cleaning off my makeup brush. And then I'm going to take, I'm not quite sure what colour it is. It's kind of like a baby blue, turquoisey. It's again a laser powder, but this is what I'm saying about the size. It's brand new, that I've not used it. I got it off Amazon, and I think there's about 2 grams in there. So you get, and that were £4. So expensive for the amount of powders you get. But anyway, yeah, I'm just doing the same as what I did with the first butterfly mold, just covering all the surface area of silicone, making sure that all the powder is covering, and I've not missed anywhere. And I can't actually turn off the voiceover and play you any music because I saved the video. And yeah, one of them. I'm doing it as fast as I can anyway, because I knew there was an issue. There's always an issue when I do a video. If it's not the background noise, background noise isn't an issue. And yesterday's video, I apologise for the background noise. It wasn't the noise of my children, it was actually the noise of them fighting. I know children fighting isn't a pleasant thing to hear, more so because I've had quite a bit of backlash from subscribers, and had them unsubscribe because my children fighting. So I just wanted to make you aware that they were fighting, and that I apologise for the noise, but I won't apologise for just not general children noise and laughter. So I just wanted to make you aware of that, of why I apologised in yesterday's upload. Yeah. So that's everything covered by the looks of it. These moulds were not very strong. They were quite flimsy, as you can see. But look at the effect of that. Nice, isn't it? And mixed with that powder on top as well, they are absolutely beautiful. I'm in love with both these powders. I need a bathtub and dive in. But that's the blue one. So here I'm just showing you where I've sprayed and where the hairspray had actually dried. So what I do next is I take my resin and I split the resin into another pot. So I put, I don't even know how much resin I put in the paper pot. I just tipped it in and up for the best, but I know that the amounts of resin in both pots was different, which I'm not bothered about because I'm showing a technique, so it doesn't actually have to be filled up to the top. Why waste resin? Because I'm not going to sell them and I'm not going to give them away. They'll just stay to one side, and maybe I'll use the butterflies as a template for something. Right, so what I'm doing here is, I don't know. Seem to just like disappear off screen. And then, oh yeah, I was getting some paper towel, kitchen paper towels to clean just a bit of resin that I'd spilt. And then I just go and put it in the bin. So I just got some popsicle sticks, and I'm going to mix up the, first I'm mixing up for the Chameleon powder, which will be going onto the baby blue laser powder. It wasn't very pigmented, so I did have to use quite a bit. I did put some on. So what I'm going to do is, 1 minute, I'm going to stop this time lapse now, and put you on a time lapse. Right, so I actually was able to stop the video, speed it up, and then come back with a time lapse. So as I was saying before I stopped the voice record to speed it up, was that this wasn't very pigmented. It was kind of transparent, so I did actually have to stop and put a little bit more of the Chameleon pigment paste into the resin. And it was better, but it was probably like 5 times the amount I would usually use with a normal pigment. So in the other part, I take some of the Jet Black Epoxy pigment paste from Just For You Online UK, and I mix up that in the other pot as well. I'm using the Apex High Gloss 1-to-1 resin from Just For You Online UK. You will find that I do use a majority of Just For You Online UK's products. Being an ambassador for them, I absolutely love their stuff anyway. So yeah, so we're coming off the time lapse now, and I take just moving my pots out of the way, and I move the mold back into place. And first I back the blue one with the blue laser, the coaster with the blue laser. What am I doing? All right, yeah, that's what I was doing. Because they were flimsy, the actual molds, I got my heat mat out so that I didn't have to lift up the molds to put them onto the heat mat. So that, yeah, I forgot about that. So I'm just making sure that this is fully mixed, and I put the Chameleon pigment paste resin on the blue laser powder mold. A lot of tongue twisted words then. I think there's about 1.5 ounces in this one, because it wasn't even half full. But as I said, I'm just showing a quick technique from somebody to see if I can do it, and also to show you how it was done. So I wasn't after anything special. And then on the laser powder mold, I put the black in that one. See, again, it disappeared. Hello. Right. So I think the coasters hold about 2.5 to 3 ounces of resin, probably about 3 ounces of resin. And this was 3/4 of the way full. And that's it, really. That's it. I just spray some isopropyl alcohol on them every 10 minutes for an hour, so they can degas, pop in all the surface bubbles, and then they'll go on my heat mat for 1 hour to cure, and then we'll be back to demold. So I'll catch back to you later. Bye. Hi everybody, I'm back, and these are now cured, so we're going to get these demolded. I'm not on a voiceover now, as I've sent the kids out with Dad for an hour, so it's peace and quiet. Right, so let's get this black one demolded first. The blue one, this one, is a tad soft because this one was poured thicker than the other one. To one side, and then this one. So it is flimsy. I'm just being as gentle as possible. Right, so this is the blue one with the Chameleon paste at the back. Look at the effect of the hairspray. Different, is it? And you can see close up there, like here, the Chameleon powder coming through. Chameleon paste, should I say? What do you think? They more or less look the same colour. And then we have this one. This is pigment paste that hasn't been mixed properly. So this is why I always make sure your pigment pastes are mixed into your resin fully. But yeah, the effects are beautiful. I'm loving the hairspray effects that it leaves on the mould. What do you think, guys? That's basically what the hairspray technique does. But I think this technique would look amazing in jewellery. So you've got the blue one and the rainbow laser. Well, they almost look identical, apart from this just has more blue, and I think it looks it doesn't look much different because I used the chameleon powder. Oh god, the laser chameleon paste, which it was more transparent. As you can see, it's not as dark. But the effects are still amazing. I love the effects of that rainbow. It's stunning. I love it. But yeah, it worked as it should have done anyway. It wasn't an hard technique to do. But yeah, I was just showing you what Daniel had been doing, and also having a go myself. I like doing some of Daniel's techniques. If I have them in my cupboard, then I'll have a go. Right, guys, so I'm going to leave that with you. So please like, comment and subscribe if you've not already done so. That would help my channel out so much. There will be no upload on Saturday and Sunday as I'm taking the full weekend off, as explained in my community post last week. So I shall see you on the next upload on Monday. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.